I know it's fairly easy to go online or go to the shop and just buy orange bitters, and that's nothing wrong with that, but on this channel we're doing things from scratch. And today, my lovely mixology hackers, it's no exception. We are going to prepare a rapid orange bitters, which roughly take around half an hour to 40 minutes to prepare your own orange bitters to be proud of, and of course use in your cocktails. So if you're ready to see the recipe and the equipment and go through the process of preparing your own rapid orange bitters, let's crack on. Okay, yes, you can go and buy orange bitters and it's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I mean, end of the day, it's fairly easy just to purchase and have the bottle on your home bar or your bar where you're working and just use them. But what is better than just go and buy orange bitters? Of course, it's better when you prepare them in-house or make them yourself. It's a little bit kind of a proud moment. You can talk to your customers that you're preparing your orange bitters and it's everything made in-house. Or you can get a little bit proud in front of your friends and say, that's my orange bitters, you can't buy them anywhere because they're made in this house. So that's what we're going to do today. The rapid bitters, the procedure and the technique which we're going to use today could help you to prepare a different variety of bitters, of course with different ingredients. But we are taking on a classic orange bitters just because they go so well in many cocktails and it's a good thing to have on your bar shelf when you need them, okay? So let me show you first of all the ingredients and then the equipment we are going to need before we actually do the whole process. The process takes around half an hour to 40 minutes. I'll try to speed up in some places by cutting off and just getting you to the results. But as always, this channel, it's never been created with the idea of making quick videos or speeding up stuff. It takes as long as should take. Simple as that. So if you're ready, grab a coffee, grab a drink or something and just enjoy the show. But for now, let's see first the ingredients. Okay, the first ingredient is cloves, whole cloves. We need 3 of them. So they're just in this little pot here, 3 cloves. Then we need 2.5 grams of green cardamom seeds. Now the idea here with the seeds, it's you need to take them out of the shell. Okay, so it's just the seed from inside. So make sure, yeah, don't put the whole cardamom pot. Take them out of the pot so you just have the seeds. Okay, the next ingredient is 25 grams of dry orange peel, 25 grams of dry lemon peel, and 25 grams of dry grapefruit peel. Now you can buy these if you want. They're available to buy, dry peels, or as in my case, if you watch some of my previous videos where I do my shrubs, for example, I always peel the fruit before I do the shrub and I dehydrate the peels. So some of the peel go blend with salt to make for salt reams for my margaritas, and the rest of the peel I just keep it to use in different recipes like this one today. So once it's dehydrated, you can keep it for a very long time and you can just use it to create your infusions or in this case your bitters. So the next ingredient you need, it's a 5 gram of gentian root, just 5 grams. You're gonna need some caraway seeds, and these caraway seeds, it's only 2 grams. Now they go very well with the citrus, the cardamom and the caraway seeds, and they're gonna elevate this citrus element inside in the bitters. For the dry agent, obviously, as I mentioned, we're gonna use some gentian root and of course 2.5 grams of quassia barks. Now, all this you're gonna see on the screen and also down in the description, so don't worry about it. You have the recipe anywhere is better for you. Finally, we're gonna use 25 grams of fresh orange peel. The idea is to bring a little bit more freshness and crispiness to the bitter, and the fresh orange peel, it will provide this, okay? The dry orange peel, obviously, and the rest of the citrus peel is gonna provide this citrus element, but the fresh orange peel is gonna elevate the orange flavor. So the same is if we replace this orange peel with a lemon peel, we'll be having a lemon bitters, or grapefruit peel we're gonna have a grapefruit bitters because we're gonna elevate the flavor of the certain citrus and we can create a different bitter, okay? Finally, you need some spirit, and in our case, we are going to use vodka. Since it's a bright, bitter orange, we're gonna use white spirit. 40 ABV, it's absolutely fine. However, if you wanna experiment and if you wanna introduce different flavor, feel free to use maybe a cognac if you want to make a different expression of the bitter. In this case scenario, we are going with a crispy, fresh orange bitter, so we are going to use a white spirit in form of vodka. But again, I say, maybe use rum if you want some white rum. It's entirely up to you. I'm giving you the core, I'm giving you the base. It's your time to shine and experiment. That's why it's Mixology Hacks. Go wild. Okay, as equipment, you will need very little. You will need icy press because everything is gonna go inside to soak with the vodka, but also you need nitrogen cartridges, not CO2, nitro gas, okay? Very big difference here because what's happening? The nitro gas is gonna compress and is gonna force the liquid to go through the fibers of the seeds and the roots and also through the pores of the peels. This is gonna go inside, it's gonna stay compressed, and when you release the pressure, it will extract all the flavor from each one of the ingredients. That's basically what the nitro gas do for you. So everything is extracted under pressure and it's rapidly infused. So basically what we're doing here, like I did on the previous videos, rapid infusion, that's what we're doing exactly here. We're doing a rapid infusion of the vodka to extract all the flavors from all the roots, botanicals and the peels and create our own bitters. However, with the rapid infusion, all you do is basically just compress everything inside, leave it to stay for a little bit, and you release the gas and you have it done. Here, we're gonna use a little bit of heat. So the whole nitro press or the icy press, it will go in a little bit simmering process for around 20 minutes, just simmering, no boiling, just the warm water, which is gonna help to expand a little bit inside the fruits, the roots and everything else. So it's gonna open the pores and the fibers to have a better contact with your spirit and extract as much more flavor as possible. And then we are going to put this icy press in a cold ice bath to cool it down quickly to room temperature and obviously extract, strain and bottle our bitters. So it's simple as that. As I say, the whole process should take you around 30 to 40 minutes, but take your time. Don't rush. It's entirely up to you. It's your time. However, it won't take you 2-3 months to macerate. It will take you half an hour, 40 minutes, okay? The same process, just before I start making it, you can do it if you want to macerate for longer and obviously have more potent and more strong bitters. But for now, we stick with the rapid bitters. Of course, you're gonna need a fine sieve. You will need some cheesecloth so you can filtrate all the bits coming out. And because this is homemade bitter, there will be some kind of a pulp. So you can separate this by using pectin, which we are not going to do today because it's a homemade bitter. But what we may do, I will decide on the end when I have everything ready. I may run everything through a coffee filter just to make it a little bit more clarified. Simple as that. So there is two options here what you can do. You can put everything straight in the press as it is, but I will suggest if you have blender to blend all the ingredients and just use them as just a quick blend, not to make them as a powder, but just a quick blend to break everything so you can easily put it into your icy press. And of course, it will help the vodka and the nitro gas to go through all the ingredients more quickly and extract more flavor. So I will grab my blender and we start making these rapid orange bitters. Okay, the blender is here. So as I say, if you if it's possible, just add all the dry ingredients into the blender just to crack them down to a smaller piece. You don't have to do a massive blending, you don't have to make any powder of it, but just to help you break down everything and integrate it better and give it a chance, the vodka to go through quicker, okay? So just a quick blend, very, very quick. So as you see, the volume was really big, and after we cracked everything, it's gone down, which is gonna make our life so much easier. I'll put this blender on the side, we don't need it now. I'm very lucky with this blender because I can basically remove the knives and I just have a lovely way to put everything inside proper in the icy press. So to put the things in the icy press, it's a bit kind of a tricky because obviously the opening on the top, it's not that big. So what I usually do, you can go through your hands like that and slowly put everything, or you can put everything on a piece of paper. You don't need to kind of go crazy, just go in stages, put everything on piece of paper and just slowly put it inside in your icy press. Now I need to warn you here, once we are done, you won't extract the exact same amount of liquid you put, because obviously some of the liquid will be gone in the fruits and you can squeeze it, but more you squeeze and extract, it's gonna lower the quality of the bitters, if that makes sense to you. So we'll get what we get, we give it a gentle squeeze on the end, but we definitely won't get the same amount of liquid we put inside. I think depends obviously every time of the fruits and the dry ingredients, but I think pretty much we're gonna lose around half of it as a liquid. But hey, we're creating bitters, so we're not gonna use these bitters in a big amount or a volume. It's just for dashes. So on a long term, it's giving you exactly what you need, right? Let me grab here this measure. So we need 350 ml of vodka. So I'm gonna go, that's 75 ml each to the top. So there you go, 150. If you're wondering how big is this icy press, that's one thing I didn't mention. This is a half a liter one. So if you decide to make more of this, oh, look at that, I have exactly 350 in the bottle. Perfect. Like I planned this. Yeah, so if you decide to make more of this and using a bigger icy press, obviously double everything, okay? Sorry about the out of focus. I just realized I've seen on my screen on the side that it's out of focus because I was busy pouring the vodka. So yeah, this camera gives me lots of problem. Anyway, it's fixed, it's on manual focus at the moment, so it shouldn't have any problem. However, back to the canister here, we've put 350 ml of vodka. Now it's left to charge, and whilst the water is warming up here on the side, we're gonna charge the canister so we're ready for simmering, okay? So before you charge, obviously, we have one last ingredient to put inside, and this is the fresh orange peel. So you can cut them in small pieces if you want, or you can leave them as they are. I think I'm just gonna leave it as they are because this is a fresh fruit, fresh citrus, which means the nitro gas is gonna go fairly quickly through the fresh ingredients compared to the dry one. So it's not a big deal, but if you wanna chop them like in a 2-3 centimeters or in half the peel, that's entirely up to you. So close your icy press, get your nitro gas cartridge, and let's charge it. Fabulous. We'll give it a good shake, and you remember, I mean, I hope you watched this episode with the quick infusions when we did. We use 2 cartridges sometime or most of the time because obviously we want this rapid infusion to happen really quickly. So we need more gas to break through the ingredients. Here, because we're using a warm process as well, and it's gonna expand a little bit when it's warm, you need to use only 1 cartridge, okay? Don't use 2. So just a little shake so you can incorporate the ingredients inside and help the gas, the nitrogen, to go through the ingredients and start doing its magic. The water is nearly ready. Only needs simmering, so it doesn't need anything else. So put it in, 20 minutes. That's all you need, 20 minutes, and we'll take it out and we cool it down. So I'll see you in 20 minutes, okay? See you shortly. So my lovely friends, just want to mention why we're cooking the actual bitters when they're simmering. Don't forget the Bartenders Lounge, okay? It's a wonderful community for everyone who is interested in mixology, in cocktails, in bartending, in the business of hospitality. The community is growing slowly and steady, and very soon it's going to become paid. First of all, because we're getting so much spam from people who wants to join the community but don't have nothing to do with bartending or mixology. Second, yeah, I want to encourage people, if they want to support this community for the price of a cocktail, they can join and they can be active inside, because obviously when you pay for a cocktail, you expect to receive a cocktail, and that's what you're going to receive. When you pay to get in the community, which I said is going to be the price of a cocktail, you will receive access to me pretty much 24/7, except when I'm sleeping. But you can always text me or direct message me, or even if you comment or start conversation in the community, there will be us interacting with you, the other members of the community, and me, of course. You can jump on a happy hour calls or on a Q&A calls. There is lots of things where we can actually sit down on Zoom, talk to each other, and not just you watching me on videos here, but you interact with me and with the rest of the people who are interested in mixology, cocktails, and bartending. So it's a very good place to be. It's a wonderful place to belong, not just social media scrolling down and press like or anything like that. It's a basic, really online community, which it's kind of bringing the whole meaning of the social communities, you know what I mean, what it was back in the day. So yeah, if you want to join, link it down in the description. But for now, let's go back to the rapid orange bitters. Okay, my lovely friends, this is 20 minutes gone. It's time to put the canister in a ice bath, so we lower the temperature down and we release the gas and obviously bottle our bitters. Just gonna shut this down because it's very loud. So be careful with your press. Obviously it could be hot, so get it from the top. And I have my ice bath here with the big chunks of ice, yeah? We're just gonna pop it in. So what this is gonna do, it basically is gonna help to cool down everything, and of course make it more easy for us to bottle it, but also it will compress the gas now. So once it's been expanded, now it's gonna compress again. So it's gonna do his magic inside, extracting everything from these dry peels, from the botanicals and the roots. Yeah, so leave it to cool down to a room temperature. It takes as long as it takes, but once it's cooled down, we will open it and we're ready to strain, double filter. I'll see, I'll decide on the actual spot if I want to do a double filtering. Depends how cloudy it is. And we are going to bottle. So I'll see you very shortly again. Okay, lovely friends, it's been 5 minutes. For me, that's more than enough. I can touch the icy press. It is warm, but you need to cool it down to a kind of a room temperature. The reason it's not boiling, because obviously we're gonna have to squeeze everything. We can operate safely. That's more important, so you don't burn yourself or do anything, you know, I mean, to regret after. I'm absolutely fine where we are. The ice, it's pretty much kind of a halfway melted, which it means I'm good to go. And I can't wait. Okay, let's put this water on the side. Now you need to release the gas, so obviously use any kind of a glass or anything. In my case, I'm just gonna put this shaker, just in case if anything decide to pop out, just to slowly release the gas, okay? I can smell it. Oh my God. It smells so orangey, it's just amazing. It's so beautiful. Right, safely released, there you go. So yeah, if you have a shaker, just use it. And let's open the press slowly. Okay, nothing left, perfect. Okay, use a towel or, you know, I mean, just in case, you don't want all the dribbles everywhere. Oh, that smells so good. Right, I'm gonna put a little glass jar, a big sieve. That's far too big for what I need, but hey, I'm gonna use it. And of course a cheesecloth, or if you have a milk bag, it's just to help you stop all the solids, okay? And let's put in. Now make sure you get everything out from the canister, because as I mentioned before, you will have some of the solids, and especially the dry peel, it will absorb some of the liquid, okay? Now different cases, different situations, but you will lose some of the liquid, which is absolutely fine. Come on, there you go. Obviously, if you cut your fresh orange peels, it will be a little busier, but as I said, it's absolutely not necessary at all. Look at that, we have this lovely cloudy bitter here. Now grab your cheesecloth, and all you need to do is press it down, just to extract anything what may be still in some of the peels. It won't be that much. Like I said before, you can really go crazy here to squeeze it, but more you squeeze, more you're gonna lower the quality of the bitters. You want just the freshness, what it came from using the icy press and obviously the nitro cartridge and the whole process of infusion. There you go. Beautiful. I'm happy with that. There is a little bit more coming. Fantastic. That's all for me. I'm gonna use only my hands force, nothing else. Let me just smell this. Oh my. Whoo. Lovely orangey. Now, if we leave it as it is, it will separate the solids from the liquid. And this is where you can use pectin, if you want, just a few grams, just to separate the solids from the liquid and obviously filtrate it. Or, if you want, you can leave it on the side to separate, and then slowly through a coffee filter, make it as much clear as possible, okay? Not necessary. It's a bitter. You'll be using only a few drops, few dashes, so it won't make any difference to your cocktail. It won't make it cloudy or anything, but it's entirely up to you. Literally, it's absolutely your choice. Also, bear in mind, because we use fresh peel, you're going to have some oils, which I can already see on the top of the liquid. If you keep this bitter on the side or in some cooler place, it may form like a little gel on the top, which is absolutely fine, and it's absolutely expected with having a natural oil extracted in the bitters. So all you need to do before you use the bitters, just give it a good shake to incorporate everything, and then you can use them, okay? For now, I think To be honest with you, I was thinking to use coffee filter, but as I mentioned in the beginning, I will decide on that, and my decision is no. I will just stick it as it is. And just for now, let me just see what we have here. So we have 200 milliliter. So from 350 milliliter of vodka, we have 200 milliliter. So we kind of lost what, 40%, something like that. I'm really bad in the math. So yeah, we didn't lost 50%. Usually you're losing around 40 to 45% of the liquid, which I'm absolutely fine. It's a bitter, more than enough for me. Plenty of cocktails to make here, okay? Once you do that, decide what kind of bottle you want to use. Obviously, it's ideally to put it in a Japanese style bitter, or if you use any other bitters before, which is coming like this one, for example, with pipette, yeah, you can clean up the bottles and you can put your bitters inside and they're ready to go. I have few somewhere, which probably I will find on a later stage of the day. But for today, just so it doesn't stay in this jar, I will transfer it to one of these bottles. And I'll bottle it later when I find my bitter bottles. I have few which it's a really small one, so I don't want to use them because obviously I have to kind of bottle 4 or 5 of them. But I have this, the blue one, which is quite big, so I can bottle one big bottle and one small, and I can use it. But yeah, my friends, this is it. This is your homemade orange bitters. And time to try. Whew. Just a little bit, okay? I don't want to try too much, just a very little drop on my bar spoon. Okay. Smells delicious. Smells so orangey. Whew. Ah, it's bitter. Oh my gosh. Now it's strong, okay? So yeah, definitely we got the perfect result here. We have the orange flavor, we have the citrus, we have the bitterness. Oh, that's bitter. Few dashes go a long way, okay? So just to recap here, 30 to 40 minutes of your time and a few ingredients and you can create your own rapid bitters. So you can create chocolate bitters, you can create hot pepper bitters, you can create anything using this technique. Basically the ingredients could be pretty much the same, keep the bitter elements the same, maybe add some citrus, play with different ingredients and just try. Of course I will share some with you. The ingredients, it's not that expensive to buy, so on a long term if you want to create more bitters, you can buy the ingredients and create more bitters. So I will leave some link in the descriptions down below for the ingredients, as much possible I can find. All of them, it's quite widely available. Like I said, I had a little problem with the logistic, but that was nothing to do with no available ingredients. It's just problem with the logistic. So before I leave you, I wanted to show you the fig bitters, which we did in the fig syrup and fig bitters episode. It's been now what? Today, yeah, it's been 1 month and 10 days since they developed. I've already used them in a cocktail on my channel, Just Shake or Stir, and they're all absolutely fantastic fig bitter. It's pretty much ready to be bottled, but as I mentioned, this is gonna macerate for 3 months, so I'm gonna stick to the plan. But just to show you, we keep going and the bitter is getting really good. Also, why we did this bitter, I wanted to remind everyone about the book of David Arnold, The Liquid Intelligence. This orange bitter, the rapid orange bitters, it's inside. That's what I used today as a recipe. Of course, you can tweak your recipe, you can make your own, or you can choose different ingredients. But this book is gonna give you absolute tons of information which you can learn and experiment at home, and it's a very good read. It's not just recipes, it's very good explanation of everything. It's a proper reading book, so very, very much worth to having on your shelf. I'll leave link in the description. And finally, don't forget, again, the school community, the Bartenders Lounge, where it's a community, okay? It's not a social media where you can just like, scroll down, and that's it. It's a proper community where you can interact with other members. You can get in touch with me anytime. You can have direct messages with me, or you can pop on one of our upcoming happy hours where it's live streaming and I interact with all of you and having a nice conversation, or Q&As, or plenty other things. Also some classes it's coming there for you if you want to learn one-to-one with me. So have a check, because until you check, the community may become paid. At the moment, still free. If you join when it's free, it's going to be free for you forever. But if it's paid, it is paid. However, it won't be more than the price of a cocktail. So I think anybody can afford the price of a cocktail to have a lovely community and meet some wonderful people and just do wonderful things. So yeah, don't forget to check all links in the description, the recipes and everything. But for now, I'm going to leave you. And yeah, have a wonderful time, and I'll see you with the next episode, which I don't know what it's going to be, but I may have some ideas. Anyway, you'll find out. See you later. Bye-bye.